Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to take you through what I'm calling a self-love flow. And I know to some of you that might seem like really wishy-washy and like such a bleh term. I remember when I first kind of got into yoga and heard that term, I was like, what? Why is everyone talking about self-love? It just sounds so contrived. I think that's the best word for it. And now I'm all about self-love. And at the end of this practice, I'm going to reframe some research I did around a speech by Ram Sass. So stick with the class. And then hopefully you're going to really enjoy the quote that I'm going to read at the end of class, reframing a little bit about self-love. Okay, let's start at the front of our mat. Feet hip-width distance apart. And we're just going to do some rolling up and down. So what I want you to do is take an inhale, reach the arms up and look up. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, tuck the chin, slowly roll all the way down to the ground so your hands just touch the ground. And then inhale, roll it back up, squeeze the bum, reach the arms up, look up, and exhale again, down. Tuck the chin, slowly roll, one bone at a time, all the way down. You've got to squeeze the bum as you do this. Inhale, back up, reaching those arms up, lifting a little taller. Exhale all the way back down, tucking the chin, rolling, rolling, rolling. Good, and again, inhale, back up, squeezing the bum, reach even taller with those fingertips. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll it down. Good, really nice. This time, inhale, back up. And then exhale, just release the arms down by the side. We're going to take a really nice side stretch. So what I want you to do is take the left wrist in the right hand. You're going to reach up and over to the right hand side. Breathe into the left-hand side of the body. Squeeze the bum, lift through the inner arches of the feet by pressing the big toes down. Now, if that's not enough, bring your left foot behind you. Come onto the outer edge of the left foot and then stretch it out again. You should get a little bit more in the front of the hip, especially if you lean back a little bit. Come to center. Let's go to the other side. So up and over. So you're going to take the right wrist and the left hand up and over to the left. Breathe into the right-hand side of the body. Again, strong legs. Really use the breath. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, right foot behind the left onto the outer edge of that right foot. Flex the foot. And then really reach into it. A little bit of a sense of leaning back. That's going to help you open out the front of the body. Good. Come to center. Shake it all off. And then we're going to come to the front of the mat, feet together, hands to heart center. Let's take a big breath in, reach your arms tall. And then as you exhale, fold down into your legs, release the back of the neck. On your inhale, come to a flat back, so chest presses forwards. And then as you exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, then the left. Pause in your high plank. Round through the upper back, so the shoulder blades are really trying to pull apart from one another. Good. On your next exhale, lower the knees and then the chest. Come all the way down to the mat with control. Reach your arms behind you. Lift the head, lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the arms, lift the legs as well. Now squeeze the bum. Try and think about double chin, so back of the neck is nice and long. Good. On your exhale, you're going to press back onto your knees. Walk your hands back so they come behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now lift the hips for like a little baby camel. Good. Hips go down, walk forwards and come to downward facing dog. Once you're in your down dog, take this time, little walk out, little bit of movement. If it feels good, you can take a big breath out through the mouth. Check in with the hands, spread the fingers wide, knuckles down. Give your head a little nod, a little shake. And just take this time to tune into whatever it is that you are bringing to the mat today. That might be exhaustion, it might be vitality, whatever it is. Just accepting it, coming back to the breath. On your next exhale, let's bend the knees, look forwards. You're going to step the right foot and then the left, and then inhale to your flat back, and then exhale to fold and tap the chin. Good. Inhale, we rise, come all the way up, reaching super tall. And then exhale, fold all the way back down, release the back of the neck. Inhale's a flat back, chest moves forwards. And then exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot and then the right. Once again, pause in your high plank, squeezing the muscles of the butt. Okay, take one more big breath in. Exhale, lower down, your choice, knees and chest or chaturanga. Inhale is cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale is your downward facing dog. Let's inhale, tip forwards into plank pose. Exhale, lower down, either knees and chest or chaturanga, but you're going to come all the way down to the ground. Inhale is that locust pose again. So reach the arms up, lift the head, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the legs, lift the arms even higher. Chest further forwards, press the toes away. Good. As you exhale, press back, hips to heels, walk the hands behind you, squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest, lift the bum. Good. When you're ready, butt goes down, walk forwards, downward facing dog. Again, if it feels good, feel free to take a moment to kind of walk it out, shake it out, sway your hips from side to side. Tune in with the body, with the breath, with where the body is in space, with the connection of the hands and the feet to the mat. And then on your next exhale, let's bend the knees, look forwards. You're going to step or float to the front of the mat. Take an inhale to your flat back, chest lifts. And an exhale to fold and tap the chin. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, lift the chest. As you exhale, hands to heart center, let's twist to the right. Left elbows wrapping around the right thigh, open through the chest. Inhale, come back to chair pose. Try and take really long, big breaths in. As you exhale, we twist over to the left, big breath out. Right elbow over the left thigh. And again, inhale, chair pose, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, slowly fold into those legs. Good, inhale, flat back, chest lifts. And then exhale, plant the hands. You can step or float. Lower down, your choice, knees and chest or chaturanga. Inhale is cobra or upward facing dog, take your time. Exhale is downward facing dog. Once again, inhale, tip forwards into plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your tummy. Take your time. Inhale is locust. Lift the arms, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders, lift the legs, squeeze the butt. Exhale, press back, hips to heels. We come into this little baby camel. Hands behind you, lift the chest, squeeze the bum. And then as you exhale, walk those hands forwards. Downward facing dog. When you're ready, take a big breath in through the nose and clear it out through the mouth. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back behind. Now exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, lower the left knee and take an inhale to your your low lunge. So keep the back knee down. Now, as you exhale, hands come down to the mat, walk back. You can keep the back toes tucked. Flex the right foot for like a little half split, chest pressing forwards. Now, on your inhale, rock forwards again to your low lunge. And then as you exhale, hands down to the mat. And I want you to start to straighten through both legs. Back heel stays lifted. Just straighten through that front leg as much as you like. So if it gets a little bit tight, then keep a little bit of a bend in the knee. But chest is pressing forwards and down for like a modified pyramid. On your inhale, bend the right knee and come into a high lunge. So back knee is lifted, arms are reaching tall. Think about that lift through the back heel, lift through the fingertips, ribs are drawing in. Good, really nice. On your next exhale, what I want you to do is spin to your left for a straddle pose and fold forwards. So for your straddle, toes are in, heels are out. You're gonna lift through the inner arches of the feet. Okay, inhale, walk to the back of the mat so you're facing the left foot for a runner's lunge. So chest lifts and hips go down, but the back knee is lifted. I'm on my fingertips. You can be on blocks if that helps you, but I want you to get a good stretch through this right hip. Good, really nice. Okay, as you exhale, what I want us to do is we're gonna windmill the arms all the way through a straddle pose, all the way through to face the front of the mat again, and you're gonna bring the hands down to the mat. Now inhale, reach the right leg up and back behind for a three-legged down dog, pointing through those right toes. And then as you exhale, slowly, let's come into wild thing or flip your dog. So you step your right foot behind you, lift through your hips, squeeze the butt, really reaching that right hand to the front. Good, on your next inhale, rotate slowly back to plank pose. And then exhale, vinyasa. Take your time, reset the focus, reset the breath. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Feel free to take a moment here to take a few breaths before we move on to the other side. When you're ready, inhale, reach the left leg up and back behind slowly. As you exhale, step the left foot in between the hands and lower the back knee. Inhale, low lunge, so reaching the arms up, really reaching tall. As you exhale, we rock back into that half split. So keep the back toes tucked, flex the left foot, chest is pressing forwards. You should feel this in the back of the left leg. Now inhale, rock forwards to your low lunge again. And as you exhale, reach the hands down to the mat, straighten both legs just as much as feels okay for like a modified pyramid. So back heel is lifted and you can bend the front knee as much as you need. Now inhale, rebend the left knee, reaching your arms up for a high lunge. Take your time, back leg super strong, try and draw those ribs in. And then as you exhale, you spin to your right and come into straddle, folding forwards, really pressing through the outer edges of the feet. Now inhale, start to face the right foot at the back of the mat. Hips press forwards for this runner's lunge. You can lower the back knee a little bit, but I really want you to get a good stretch through the left hip. Good, really nice. On your exhale, start to think about windmilling the arms to the sky. You go through your straddle, hands down to the mat at the front, and take an inhale, reaching that left leg up and back behind for your three-legged downward facing dog. Now, as you exhale, slowly step the left foot behind you, come into wild thing or flip dog. Try not to just flop down, so you really kind of resist gravity. Breathe. On your next inhale, come back to a plank pose. Take your time. And then exhale, move through your vinyasa or skip it out, and we just go straight back to a downward facing dog. Reset the focus, reset the breath. So the next time we do that flow, we're going to do it a little bit more with more kind of pace. So we'll go with the breath with each inhale and each exhale. Okay, on your next exhale, we're going to bend the knees, look forwards, step or float lightly to the front. Inhale as your flat back, chest lifts. And exhale, fold and tuck the chin. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, lift the chest, weight is in the heels. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the right, breathe. Inhale, back to chair pose, try and sync the breath in the movement. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the left, right elbow wraps round, breathe. Inhale, back to your chair pose. And exhale, slowly fold into those legs. Inhale, flat back, chest lifts. Exhale, plant the hands. You're going to step or float. Take your time to move through your vinyasa. Reset the focus, reset the breath. We'll meet in our downward facing dog when you are ready. Inhale, let's come forwards into plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower all the way to the tummy. Inhale is locust, arms behind you. Lift the legs, lift the chest, squeeze the butt, shoulder blades together. Exhale, press back, hips to heels, hands behind you. Inhale, come to that baby camel as you lift the hips. Exhale, hips down, walk forwards, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back behind. Exhale, step through, lower the back knee. Inhale is low lunge. As you exhale, we rock back into that half splits, flex the right foot. Inhale, rock forwards, low lunge, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the mat, straighten both legs, modified pyramid. Good, inhale, high lunge, bend the right knee, reach the arms tall. Exhale, spin to your left and fold for your straddle pose. Now inhale, walk to the left, and come into that runner's lunge, hips move forwards. On your exhale, windmill the arms all the way around to the front of the mat. And then inhale, reach the right leg up and back for your three-legged down dog. Exhale, bend the knees slowly into your wild thing or flip dog. Take your time, squeeze the bum, open the chest. Good, and then on your inhale, slowly back to your plank pose. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, take your time, reset the focus, and breathe. and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, left leg, reach it up and back. As you exhale, step through, lower the back knee. Take an inhale, come to your low lunge. As you exhale, we rock back into half splits, flex the left foot. Inhale, back to that low lunge as the arms reach. Exhale, hands down to the mat, straighten through both legs, keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, rebend the left knee for your high lunge. Exhale, spin to your right, fold forwards for your straddle pose. Inhale, back of the mat for your runner's lunge, hips forwards and chest lifts. As you exhale, spin both hands round to face the front of the mat, the left foot. Inhale, when you're ready, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, bend the knee slowly into your wild thing or flip dog. Good. Inhale, back to plank pose. Take your time. Exhale, vinyasa or skip it out, and we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Taking your time to gather your breath, taking your time to notice how you feel, to keep feeling that strength through the hands and the feet, pulling up through the lower belly. On your next exhale, let's bend the knees, look forwards. We're going to step or float lightly to the front. And then take an inhale to a flat back, chest lifts. And an exhale to fold and tap the chin. Good, inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's twist to the right, left elbow wraps round, open the chest. Good, inhale, come back to your chair pose, breathe. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's twist over to the left, opening the chest. Good, inhale, back to your chair pose. Exhale, slowly fold into your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, chest lifts. And then exhale, plant the hands. You're going to step or float. Move through your vinyasa, take your time. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. When you're in your down dog, we inhale, come forwards into plank pose again, shoulders over wrists. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your tummy. Now, inhale is locust. Lift the arms, lift the chest, lift the legs. As you exhale, press back, hips to heels, hands come behind you. Take an inhale, lift the chest, lift the hips, baby camel. And then exhale, walk it forwards, downward facing dog. We've got one more of this flow. Now, inhale, reach the right leg up and back behind. Exhale, step through, lower the back knee. Inhale is a low lunge. Exhale, rock it back to your half splits. Good. Inhale, low lunge again. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Modified pyramid as you straighten through the legs. Inhale, bend the right knee. Come to your high lunge. Exhale, spin to your left for straddle. Fold forwards. Inhale, face the left foot back of the mat. Come to your runner's lunge. Exhale, windmill the arms, frame the right foot at the front of the mat. Now inhale, reach that right leg up and back behind. Exhale slowly into your wild thing, take your time. Inhale is plank pose, move slowly. Exhale, vinyasa. Use your breath, reset the focus. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Just when you're ready, left hand side, inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, step through, lower the back knee and take an inhale to low lunge. Exhale, rock it back for your half splits. Inhale, back to your low lunge, lift the arms. Exhale, hands down to the mat, straighten the legs, modified pyramid. Inhale, high lunge, reach the arms tall. Exhale, spin to your right for straddle, fold forwards. Inhale, back of the mat, runner's lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, windmill the arms, frame the left foot at the front of the mat. Now inhale, reach that left leg up and back behind. And exhale, slowly flip. Open out the chest. Inhale, come back to plank pose. And then exhale, move through your vinyasa, take your time. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. And then clear it out through the mouth when you're ready. Okay, let's come to seated. So however you want to come to seated is fine. And you're going to position yourself kind of your bum in the middle, maybe slightly towards the back of the mat. We're going to do some dynamic stretching, so we're going to roll and stretch. If this doesn't feel good for whatever reason, you can come into lizard or your pigeon pose. What I'm adding in is some jujitsu, so this dynamic kind of mobility, strength, and flexibility work. So what I want you to do is you're going to rock back. Right foot tucks in behind the left thigh. You rock forwards, lift up, use your hands if you need to, press your hips forwards, and then rock back, left leg behind the right. You come onto the left shin, use your hands if you need to, press your hips forwards. And again, you're going to do 3 on each side. Take your time. Notice how this feels in the hips. Try and make it as smooth as possible. Just use your hands as much as you need to. Good, we've got 1 more each side. Enjoy the massage along the length of the spine. Good, enjoy what all these movements bring your body. Next time you're going to rock back and we're going to swing both feet over to the right. So you come to 90-90 or deer pose. And then you're going to fold forwards over this left thigh. And then you're going to lift up and come back, roll back. Swing both legs over to the left for 90-90 and fold forwards. Rock it back. 3 on each side. Over to the right. So you should get a good stretch in this left hip. And then rock it back. Legs over to the left. Good stretch in your right hip. And then we got 1 more each side. Take your time. It doesn't need to look fancy. Just want you to enjoy it with a smile. Last one. Good, and then just rock onto your back and hug your knees in towards your chest. Little rock from side to side. Soles of the feet onto the mat when you're ready, heels close to the bum. Arms, so just want them off the ground. So your arms can kind of cross over your chest. I'm just going to do them a little bit lower because of my microphone. Then what I want you to do is lift your hips on your inhale, squeezing the bum, keep the ribs drawing in, and then as you exhale, slowly lower. So inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Keep the muscles of the bum engaged. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Use your breath. Keep your ribs drawing in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep thinking about the heels pulling back towards the shoulders. When you do that, you'll get much more of a sense of burn in your butt. So your butt muscles will be working harder. So it's like the heels pull back to your shoulders. Good. Next time you lift, hold 10 little pulses. Imagine you've got a block in between your thighs. Keep squeezing the bum. Little pulses up and down. Breathe. Good. Once you've done your 10, slowly come down, hug the knees in, little rock from side to side. And then I want you to feel free to take a minute here to play with anything you're playing with. So whether that's an inversion or a back bend or something you feel you haven't had in your practice yet. And if you are kind of struggling for ideas or you just want to find a moment of peace, then just join me in Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees out wide. You can bring both hands to your tummy. And you'll just take a moment to breathe deeply into your tummy. Those of you, whatever you're playing with, feel free to play with variations. Use a wall if you're coming into inversions. Maybe you're having a go at crow pose. Whatever it is, just take a moment to yourself to have a little practice. And then when you're ready, I want you to meet us in a twist. So finish off whatever you're finishing or whatever you're doing, and then feel free to take your twist with us. So knees to the right, head over to the left. No rush. So if you're just playing with something still, you just meet us whenever you're ready. And then knees can rock over to the left, head over to the right. Again, you can wrap one leg over the other if that feels good. And just enjoying this twist, this balance that we create at the end of the practice. Rock your knees back to center. When you're ready, final hug, final big breath in through the nose. Clear it out through the mouth. Come to your savasana, release the arms, release the legs, let the palms face up. And just notice the connection of the body to the mat, to the ground. And see if you can use this opportunity to let go all of the muscles, let go all the bones, allow the body to be really heavy. And just simply pay attention to the weight of the body, drawing down towards the earth. So I just want to read you part of a speech from Ram Dass. And he says, instead of the term, how can we love ourselves more? I'd like to ask, how can we accept ourselves more? Let's go behind love and hate and find a place where we merely acknowledge ourselves. It's interesting, the way I've looked at it, it's that you go out into the woods and into the forest and you look at the trees and you appreciate the trees. You don't say, that tree is good and that tree is bad, because one tree is fat and one is thin, or one is tall, or one is short, or one is bent and one is straight. For the most part, you just look at the trees, you appreciate them the way they are. They are what they are, and you can appreciate them. But the minute you get near humans, it's interesting that you immediately go into a judging mode. You come into better and worst, and you do that out of your own insecurity. And you do that out of your own need to constantly be reassuring yourself. So you say, that person has got more hair than I do. Or you find dimensions constantly judging and equating. Am I as good as? Am I equal to? Am I as good a mother? Am I as beautiful a woman? Am I as effective a worker? Whatever it is, whatever dimension, and you get caught in constantly living in a judging realm. And if you start to practice seeing people as trees, you know, in the sense of just appreciating what they are, including yourself, it's just starting to appreciate yourself, starting to appreciate your humanity. Just start to gently wiggle your fingers and toes and begin to deepen your breath. And when you're ready, hug your knees in and you can just roll over to either side in your own time. And then think about pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. No rush. Try and keep your eyes closed, hands to heart center. And let's end our practice together with a really big breath. So big breath in through the nose. Clear it out through the mouth. And then just bow your head to your hands. And then lift your head, blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel great. And I am looking forward to seeing you soon.